Spring on the west coast is a fisherman's life. You can find salmon, halibut, and angler. The west coast spring fishing come alive with opportunity. As the days grow longer and the waters warm, anglers from all walks of life converge on the coast, drawn by the promise of trophy catches and unforgettable experiences. In Crescent City, known for its rugged coastline and rich marine life, you can find salmon, halibut, and rockfish. Humboldt Bay offers a unique mix of saltwater and freshwater species, including striped bass and sturgeon. Further south, San Diego's warm waters are teeming with yellowtail, tuna, and dorado. Each location has its own charm and challenges, making every trip a new adventure. Whether you're a seasoned pro or first-time angler, the West Coast spring fishing season promises memories that will last a lifetime. Let's start our journey in Crescent City. These waters have been fishers swears by this setup. Often say the early bird catches the local angler Sarah shares anglers to cover more water and access to some of the best fishing on the West Coast. Here, the spring season kicks off with a bang as lingcod and rockfish emerge from their winter haunts. These waters have been fished for generations, with local fishermen passing down their knowledge and techniques. Anglers targeting these bottom dwellers should gear up with medium-heavy rods, 7 to 9 feet in length, paired with sturdy reels spooled with 50 to 80-pound braided line. Local fisherman John, who has been fishing these waters for over 30 years, swears by this setup. Don't forget to bring an assortment of jigs and live bait. Squid and anchovies are local favorites. John recalls, "My grandfather always said, if you want to catch the big ones, you need the right bait." The best times to fish are during slack tides or the beginning of incoming tides, typically early morning or late afternoon. The locals often say, the early bird catches the fish. Just a stone's throw from Crescent City, the Smith River offers some of the best steelhead fishing on the entire West Coast. This river is steeped in history, with Native American tribes having fished its waters for centuries. As winter transitions to spring, these sea-run rainbow trout make their way upstream, providing anglers with heart-pounding action. Local angler Sarah shares, "There's nothing quite like the thrill of hooking a steelhead on the Smith." Light tackle is the name of the game here. A 7-foot medium-action rod paired with a quality spinning reel loaded with 8 to 12-pound monofilament will serve you well. Sarah recommends keep your gear light and your drag loose. Drift boats are popular on the Smith, allowing anglers to cover more water and access hard-to-reach spots. Many local guides offer drift boat trips, sharing their expertise and stories along the way. The steelhead run typically peaks in March and April, with the best fishing occurring during periods of slightly higher water after a rain. As the locals say, when the river rises, so do the fish. Moving south, we encounter the Klamath spinning gloss or roe, the spring tide on its resources for generations. With it, the tail end of the winter steelhead run and the beginning of the spring Chinook salmon season. Fly fishing is particularly popular here, with anglers using sink tip lines and large, flashy flies to entice strikes. Bank anglers can find success using spinning gloss or roe. The spring Chinook run usually starts in May and continues through July, providing excellent opportunities for both boat and bank anglers. The Klamath River's ecosystem is rich and diverse, home to species like steelhead, Chinook salmon, coho salmon, and rainbow trout. The river holds significant cultural importance for local indigenous communities who have relied on its resources for generations. Conservation efforts are ongoing to protect and restore the river's natural habitat, ensuring sustainable fish populations for future generations. While spring is a prime time for fishing, the Klamath River offers opportunities year-round, with different species peaking at various times. As we continue our coastal journey near Calusa, the Delta region, some areas may have specific rules regarding water system. This river not only supports agriculture in urban areas, but also sustains a diverse range of fish species. From striped bass and Chinook salmon to sturgeon and shad, the Sacramento River is a haven for anglers. Popular fishing spots include the stretch near Calusa, the Delta region, and the areas around Redding. In spring, focus on trolling with deep diving crankbaits or drifting live bait. Summer brings opportunities for fly fishing and bait casting. Fall is prime time for salmon runs, while winter offers a chance to catch steelhead. Always check local regulations and ensure you have the proper fishing license. Some areas may have specific rules regarding catch limits and gear restrictions. Early mornings and late evenings often produce the best results, regardless of the season. Further inland, Lake Tahoe straddling the 100 feet. Spoons and trolling trout at dawn, just as the sun was rising. Stunning beauty. This lake is a trout fisherman's dream, particularly in the spring when Mackinaw trout become more active. You can also find rainbow and brown trout here. Downriggers are essential here, as these deep water predators often hold at depths of 50 to 100 feet. Spoons and trolling lures in natural colors are top producers. The best fishing typically occurs in the early morning or late evening when the lake is calm and the trout are feeding near the surface. Jigging with heavy spoons can also be effective for targeting Mackinaw in deeper water. Many anglers have memorable stories of their trips here, like the time a local legend caught a record-breaking Mackinaw trout at dawn, just as the sun was rising over the lake. There's also folklore about a mysterious creature said to inhabit the depths of Lake Tahoe, adding an element of intrigue to every fishing expedition. The California Delta, a maze of waterways, 15 to 20-pound fluorocarbon, is even sturgeon. Local anglers often share largemouth and striped bass, begin their pre-spawn feeding frenzy, making it a prime time for anglers. This is the time to break out your favorite topwater lures, chatterbaits, and soft plastics. A 7-foot medium-heavy bait casting setup, spooled with 15 to 20-pound fluorocarbon, is ideal for most delta fishing situations. Pay attention to tidal movements. The incoming tide often triggers the most aggressive bites. Look for areas with submerged vegetation, rocky points, and channel edges where bass tend to congregate. The Delta is home to a variety of fish species, including catfish, bluegill, crappie, and even sturgeon. Local anglers often share stories of catching trophy-sized bass, and the Delta has a rich history dating back to the Gold Rush era. Some of the best fishing spots include Frank's Tract, Mildred Island, and the San Joaquin River, each offering unique challenges and rewards. In the San Francisco Bay Area, active areas like the Berkeley Flats annual Golden Gate Salmon Derby feed. Drifting live bait such as anchovies or shiner perch is a popular and effective method. Trolling with artificial lures like swim baits or hoochies can also produce good results. The best fishing often occurs during incoming tides when halibut are most active. Areas like the Berkeley Flats, Alameda Rock Wall, and Crissy Field are known hotspots for spring halibut action. Besides halibut, anglers can also target striped bass, sturgeon, and even leopard sharks. Salmon fishing is also popular, especially during the summer and fall months. The San Francisco Bay Area has a rich maritime history, with notable fishing events like the annual Golden Gate Salmon Derby. Early mornings and late afternoons are often the best times to fish, as the fish are more active during these cooler parts of the day. Whether you're a seasoned angler or a beginner, the diverse fishing opportunities in the San Francisco Bay Area offer something for everyone. Further south, the Monterey Bay Area, accessible form of fishing. The Bay common, with some lucky anglers landing fish for both boat and shore anglers. Surf perch fishing heats up along the beaches, with species like barred surf perch and calico surf perch readily taking sand crabs or Berkeley gulp. Sandworms. Light spinning gear with 6 to 8 pound test line is perfect for this fun and accessible form of fishing. The best times to fish are typically 2 hours before and after high tide, especially on days with moderate surf. For those venturing out into Monterey Bay itself, spring marks the beginning of the salmon season. Trolling with downriggers and flashers is the preferred method, with cut anchovy or herring as bait. Chinook salmon in the 10 to 20 pound range are not uncommon, with some lucky anglers landing fish pushing 30 pounds or more. The Monterey Bay Aquarium plays a crucial role in marine conservation, educating the public about the diverse marine life and promoting sustainable fishing practices. The salmon season usually opens in April, with fishing improving as water temperatures rise and bait fish become more abundant. As we approach the Central Coast, tide, or at the beginning of the incoming tide. Historically, Morro Bay has been a diverse and rewarding fishing experience for halibut, leopard sharks, and bat rays. Drift fishing with live bait or bouncing soft plastics along the bottom are both productive techniques. Don't forget to check the tide charts. Fishing is often best during the slack tide or at the beginning of the incoming tide. The spring months also see an influx of rockfish and lingcod in the nearby coastal waters, providing anglers with plenty of action on both light and heavy tackle. Morro Rock, a volcanic plug, is a popular spot for shore fishing. Local traditions include the annual Morro Bay Harbor Festival, celebrating the rich fishing heritage of the area. Historically, Morro Bay has been a bustling fishing port since the early 1900s, with generations of fishermen passing down their knowledge and tales of the sea. For the best fishing spots, try T-Pier for a variety of species, Morro Strand State Beach for surf perch, or kayak fishing in the bay for a unique experience. Whether you're a seasoned angler or a beginner, Morro Bay offers a diverse and rewarding fishing experience steeped in history and local tradition. Moving into Southern California, the spring setup is recommended to handle these species, including calico bass. Catalina Island, located just off the coast of Los Angeles, is a prime destination for these hard-fighting jacks. Anglers can target yellowtail by slow trolling live mackerel, casting surface irons, or fishing with live squid when available. A 30 to 50 pound class setup is recommended to handle these powerful fish. The yellowtail bite typically improves as water temperatures rise, with peak action often occurring in late spring and early summer. Local anglers often share stories of their best catches, with some recounting epic battles with trophy-sized yellowtail. Besides yellowtail, Southern California waters are home to a variety of species, including calico bass, halibut, and white sea bass. Notable fishing events and tournaments are held throughout the year, drawing anglers from all over to compete and celebrate the rich fishing culture. While spring is prime for yellowtail, summer offers excellent opportunities for a wide range of species, making Southern California a year-round fishing paradise. The Channel Islands, including Santa Cruz, fish and lingcod fishing on the entire Channel Islands fishing trip. Conservation and indigenous peoples. These islands are now part of a national park and marine sanctuary. The unique marine ecosystem here includes vibrant kelp forests and diverse marine life, making it a haven for anglers and nature enthusiasts alike. The islands offer some of the best spring rockfish and lingcod fishing on the entire coast. As the winter storms subside and seas calm, anglers can access these productive grounds more frequently. Large swim baits, metal jigs, and live bait are all effective for targeting quality bottom fish. The spring months often see an influx of migratory species like yellowtail and white sea bass, adding an element of excitement to any Channel Islands fishing trip. Conservation efforts are in place to protect this unique ecosystem, ensuring that future generations can enjoy the rich biodiversity and excellent fishing opportunities the Channel Islands have to offer. San Diego Bay, our final stop on the rocky structures. For those seeking a population of short-fin corvina in use today. Some of the best fishing haven, but also a place rich in history and local traditions. Spotted Bay bass are a popular target, with soft plastics and small crankbaits producing consistent action. These fish are often found around eelgrass beds and rocky structures. For those seeking a bigger challenge, halibut fishing picks up in the spring, with fish often found on sandy flats and near structure. Local anglers have a tradition of using live bait to entice these flat fish. Drifting live bait or slow trolling with swim baits are both effective methods. The bay's calm waters make it ideal for these techniques. The bay also hosts a healthy population of short-fin corvina, which become more active as water temperatures rise in the spring. These fish are known for their spirited fights and are a favorite among local anglers. Historically, San Diego Bay has been a vital fishing ground for centuries. Early settlers and indigenous people relied on its abundant resources, and many of their fishing techniques are still in use today. Some of the best fishing spots include Shelter Island, the Coronado Bridge, and Zuniga Jetty. Each location offers unique opportunities and challenges, making San Diego Bay a versatile destination for any angler. Of course, we can't discuss spring fishing, and months can see excellent fishing for both bluefin. Offshore anglers often share tales of opportunities in San Diego during spring. Fin tuna and yellowtail begin to show up within range of day boats. While these trips require heavier tackle and specialized techniques, the potential for landing a trophy fish makes them well worth the effort. The spring months can see excellent fishing for both bluefin and yellowfin tuna, with fish often found feeding on the surface or associated with kelp patties. Besides tuna, anglers can also target species like dorado and wahoo, which add to the excitement of offshore fishing. Techniques such as trolling, live baiting, and jigging are commonly used to entice these powerful fish. Experienced offshore anglers often share tales of epic battles with these ocean giants, recounting the thrill of the chase and the satisfaction of a successful catch. Notable fishing events, like the annual San Diego Tuna Tournament, draw anglers from all over, eager to test their skills and compete for the biggest catch. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a novice, the offshore opportunities in San Diego during spring offer an unforgettable fishing experience. Throughout our journey down the west coast, it's vary significantly from one area to another. To stay safe while fishing, forecast before heading out, and be prepared with appropriate clothing and safety gear. Local weather patterns can change rapidly with sudden shifts in wind and temperature. It's also crucial to familiarize yourself with local regulations, as bag limits and seasons can vary significantly from one area to another. For example, certain areas may have stricter limits to protect local fish populations. Many areas have special regulations in place to protect spawning fish or vulnerable species, so be sure to stay informed and fish responsibly. Always carry a copy of the latest regulations and follow them closely to ensure sustainable fishing practices. To stay safe while fishing, always wear a life jacket, keep your boat equipped with necessary safety gear, and protect yourself from the sun. Safety should always be your top priority on the water. For those new to fishing or visiting from out local regulations, and ensure you're using a good guide not only knows the best, enjoyable and successful. Joining a charter trip is another great option. Experienced professionals provide valuable insights into local fishing patterns, techniques, and hotspots that might take years to discover on your own. They can also help you navigate local regulations and ensure you're using the most effective techniques for the target species and conditions. Look for guides with good reviews and local knowledge. Personal recommendations and online reviews can be very helpful. Many anglers have memorable stories from guided trips, like catching their first big salmon or learning a new technique that changed their fishing game. A good guide not only knows the best spots, but also shares their passion and expertise, making your trip educational and fun. To find reputable guides, check local fishing forums, ask for recommendations at tackle shops, and read online reviews. Happy fishing! As we've seen, spring fishing on the wet with nature in a truly special way. Beneath every kelp patty and in the depth spray on your face. And immerse yourself in marvelous hooks for easier release and beams in calm seas. To all who venture out experiences with us, post your coast of San Diego. The diverse fisheries of California's coast promise unforgettable experiences and the chance to connect with nature in a truly special way. So as the days grow longer and the waters warm, grab your gear, check the tides, and head out to experience the magic of spring fishing on the West Coast. Whether you're seeking the thrill of a trophy catch or simply enjoying the peace and tranquility of a day on the water, the coast is calling. Adventure awaits around every bend, beneath every kelp patty, and in the depths of every bay and inlet. Remember, fishing is not just about the catch, it's about the experience, the connection with nature, and the memories made along the way. So take a moment to appreciate the stunning scenery, from the towering redwoods of the north to the sun-drenched beaches of the south. Listen to the cry of seagulls, feel the salt spray on your face, and immerse yourself in the rhythm of the tides. As you plan your spring fishing adventures, don't forget to practice conservation and respect for the environment. The health of our fisheries depends on responsible angling practices. Release what you don't plan to eat, handle fish with care, and always leave your fishing spot cleaner than you found it. Consider using barbless hooks for easier release, and be mindful of size and bag limits to ensure sustainable fishing for future generations. From Crescent City to San Diego, the West Coast in spring is an angler's dream come true. So cast your line, set your hook, and get ready for the fight of a lifetime. The fish are waiting, and the adventure of a lifetime is just a cast away. Tight lines and calm seas to all who venture out this spring. Throughout this video, we've explored some of the best fishing spots on the West Coast, from the rocky shores of Crescent City, the salmon-rich waters of Humboldt Bay, to the yellowtail battles off San Diego. We hope these highlights inspire you to explore these incredible locations and create your own fishing stories. We encourage you to share your own fishing experiences with us. Post your photos, tell your stories, and join the community of anglers who cherish these waters. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Remember, fishing is more than just a hobby. It's a way to connect with nature, with each other, and with ourselves. Happy fishing, and may your lines always be tight. Until next time, tight lines and calm seas. See you out there.